Hello, welcome back to 100 Days of Magic. We are on day 20 when we're going to talk about everyday magic that you can find in the ingredient of water. Now, before we get started, for those of you who haven't met me before, I am Donna Woodwell. I am the owner of the Crossroads of Magic and Mastery, where we're having this discussion, as well as the headmistress of the School of Magic and Mastery, where I strive to provide you with all of the ingredients you could use to create the magical life of your dreams. A life that is filled with a feeling of connection to spirit, as well as the co-creative urge to shape your world in a way that reflects your soul's purpose in everyday life. So welcome back today. We are on this 100 Days of Magic journey together where I can give you tips and tricks that you can use for your own magical growth, evolution, and experience. And today we are going to be talking about the power of water. Now, I'm sure you've all heard the sayings before. The human body averages about 60% water. We use water as our basic building block for the experience of life. You know, even scientists who study the cosmos consider the presence of water as one of the indicators that life might be possible in that space. That's why NASA spends so much money sending probes out to places like Mars and the moons of Saturn and Jupiter to see if there's the presence of water, because it really is the glue that makes the process that we think about with carbon-based life forms possible. And what they've discovered so far is water seems to be everywhere in our cosmos. And what that means for all of us is that life abounds. So as we talk about this in practice, I want to say first, hello Claudia, hello Boris, hello Pat, all of you who are showing up live for this presentation. Feel free to add your comments and questions in the chat room in the comments underneath this video. I can see them, and I will happily answer them when we get to the end of the video. I am so grateful, like Claudia says, thanks to all of us who show up, and to Donna for giving us this opportunity for habit building. Yay! It's an opportunity for all of us, because ultimately magic is a habit. Magic is a habit that the more we engage in it, the more we change our way of moving through the world, the more we change the way we see things, the more of an opening we have in our lives to experience the magic every day. That's why I'm going to be talking about what I'm talking about this week. Everyday things, small tweaks that you can make to how you view the world that can have big impacts on the rest of your life. Hello, Melissa. Glad you are here as well. Okay, so back to water. We are more or less 60% of this. Women have less water in their bodies. The young have more water in their bodies. So it just depends on who you are, how much is there. But that doesn't preclude the fact that we all need this stuff to be alive. Drinking water, approximately whatever you weigh, that's how many ounces that you need in water. Let's do this in pounds because I can't convert this to metric on the fly. But let's say you weigh, I don't know, 150 pounds. You need about 150 ounces of water to keep yourself at the maximum level of hydration. So that's a lot of water. Water flushes out the toxins of our systems. It replaces anything that we have sweat out because the weather is warm. It's the stuff that oils our own inner processes to keep them all working in balance. And even more than that, it's every glass of water you drink, every swallow you take is an opportunity for you to merge with the essence of the spirit of water, which in many ways is the spirit of life. And all it takes you to do is to recognize that the water isn't just about the hydrogen and oxygen molecules and the way they're arranged in your glass. This has a whole vertical dimension, a spirit of water, the guides that are associated with water. This is designed on a deeper level. And so that when you are drinking this, it's not just your body enjoying the water. It's you drinking its entire chain of being and merging with it within yourself. So when you begin to think about what you are doing, drinking a glass of water, with that kind of consciousness, you realize every ordinary, everyday act of drinking water is an opportunity for you to open yourself a little bit more to spirit. If you think of this as see if I can turn on my light, see what happens. If you think of this as water as a crystallized light, if it's crystallized light, what happens if I do this? Does it work? Kind of. I can actually illuminate it from below a little bit. If this is crystallized light, then when you drink it, you are also drinking crystallized light. And so it becomes a healing thing on a deep level. Kind of the same way that having someone do an energetic healing on you. Or if you know how to do energy work for yourself, you can think of every glass of water as an opportunity to fill it with the healing light of spirit. And then drinking it to intensify and make sacred that experience of nourishing yourself. And these are all just easy ideas off the top of my head, but I am certainly not the only one who's come up with these ideas. You may be familiar with the Japanese scientist Masaru Emoto, who took water and put Japanese characters for different words. Some of them he put words like joy and serenity. Other ones he put words like anger and hate. And then he put the water underneath a microscope to look at the crystalline structure that it was formed, and that the words associated with positive emotions made beautiful patterns in their matrices, and the words associated with negative emotions made broken, twisted versions of the same thing. Now, some may argue whether this is science or pseudoscience, but it doesn't really matter. The point being that it is a wonderful allegory for how much our intentions impact how we experience the world. And so imagine for a moment, if every glass of water you pick up, you take two seconds to say thank you for the water, the ability to have access to clean water to drink. Imagine it filled with spiritual light. Imagine it filled with joy or calm or healing or whatever you feel like you need more from in your world. In the moments between you picking it up from the table and when you put it in your mouth. Don't tell me you can't do that. It's free, and all it takes is one moment in time, one fraction of a second of intention. This is why we talked about attention first. If this, as you pick it up, becomes a habit of as you pick it up, it is filling with light. And as you drink it, it connects you with spirit. Imagine how different you would be if you did that every day, every time you took a drink of water. Imagine, for those of you who are like, I don't like drinking water, I don't drink enough water, I don't feel the need, I'm not hydrating myself enough. How different would it be for you if you just took that one moment to imagine that each one of these is liquid light that you are nourishing yourself with? Imagine if you did that for a week. Maybe for the first week you need to tape pictures wherever you drink water. You know, water is light. Water is life. Water is love. Maybe you need to put it on the glass itself. Maybe you need to draw hearts on it. You did that for a week. How do you think your attitude would change? Maybe as we are building our magical habits here, that's something that you can do for yourself. As you are listening to me, you create the habit of getting a glass of water and thinking of it as liquid light, and drink it while you are listening to me talk. Free. You already have a habit listening to me. As a seed to begin to change the other things in your lives. Now, magic doesn't have to be complicated. Magic doesn't require you to go get 50 million herbs, go get a million containers that have all different things. You can do it that way. But what it really needs is your intention and your connection to spirit. And your intention and connection to spirit can start anywhere. As simple as the glass of water, which you should be drinking anyway. Okay? Claudia says, my glass of water always stands on a flower of life symbol, and my water is a jug with crystals in it. That sounds beautiful, Claudia. How has your life changed, or what inspired you to do that, and how does it incorporate in your world for you? Is this a practice you would encourage others to do? Have you found it useful? I mean, I'm assuming you have if you're still doing it. Well, Claudia types an answer. I hope these reflections, these daily reflections on magic, are really holding space for you and your process. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. Small changes, like thinking about your water when you're drinking it, being mindful as you drink it, focusing on the sensation of nourishing yourself, can make big differences in our lives if done over time, especially when done in conjunction with other small little changes. People say, oh, I'm stuck where I am. I can't change your world. Yes, you can. One little step at a time. One little video at a time. Showing up for yourself. So, if you find these videos useful, something else you can do. You can comment on them. You can share it with your friends. The beauty of this group is that anything posted in this group can be shared with anyone, anywhere on Facebook. You can even see this group if you're not on Facebook. You can click in and watch the videos because it's completely public. And it is my privilege to hold open the space for all of you in your process. I hope you can also use this own space to put up your own tidbits and things that you want to share with the world to help people on their spiritual paths. Again, that is what it's here for. I am going to be talking this week about other kinds of practical magical tools that require no investment, that you can start with right now, and all you need is a thought to help you hold open the space. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about food and everyday magic. The next day we're going to be talking about breath and everyday magic. Then we're going to be talking about walking, and then we're going to be talking about sleeping. So simple things that I know you have to do every day, or life does not sustain itself. So one of the things I learned most from my hermetic practice of magic is that magic is how you live, how you experience the world 24/7. That means every moment of every day gives you the opportunity to open yourself a little bit more to spirit. It's about changing the habits with which we engage the world and the way we think about things. And I know you can do that too. So Claudia just responded. I started with my water on the flower of life because I read that the Japanese scientist I was just talking about, Masaru Emoto's, his book, and I tried it for myself. I think there's a different taste to my water since I energize water with crystals. There you go. Picking up his book might be one way that you engage in the spirit of water, or, even better, magic is experiential. Try it out for yourself and see if you notice the change in your life. All right. It's my pleasure to be with you here today. I'm grateful for our conversation space, and I look forward to talking to you tomorrow when we talk about the magic in food. Until then, take care, everyone.